Welcome back, students. In the last class we covered method overriding concept. In the today's class I am going to talk about runtime polymorphism. Method overriding allows in Java to implement runtime polymorphism. Runtime polymorphism. Already we covered in the last class method overriding. What is method overriding? If the subclass and superclass have the same method name, same return type and same parameters, same scope, subclass overrides the superclass method. In this process, superclass methods are hidden. It is nothing but method overriding. Runtime polymorphism means a method overriding allows in Java to implement runtime polymorphism. Runtime polymorphism is also known as dynamic method dispatch. Runtime polymorphism is also known as dynamic method dispatch. What is runtime polymorphism? It is a process in which an overridden method is resolved at runtime rather than compile time. Next one, in this an overridden method is called through the reference variable of superclass. Okay, so here runtime polymorphism means it is a process in which an overridden method is resolved at runtime rather than compile time. Suppose we have to create a reference variable of superclass. At the time of compilation, compiler always concentrate on reference type. Here reference type is a superclass. Compiler will go and check superclass method that the corresponding method body could be executing. Suppose if superclass reference is assigned to the subclass object. Here reference is superclass and the superclass reference is assigned to the subclass object. Object is subclass object. But at the time of compilation, compiler finds the superclass reference. Compiler will go and execute the superclass method body. But at the time of runtime, JVM checks if the methods are participated in the method overriding or not. Suppose if the methods are participated in the method overriding, JVM will give preference to the subclass method. JVM will give preference to the subclass method. In this process, JVM takes the decision at runtime. JVM takes the decision at runtime or dynamic time. This process is called runtime polymorphism or dynamic method dispatch. In this process, a superclass reference can refer to the subclass object. A superclass reference can refer to the subclass object. So we can create a reference of superclass. That reference is assigned to the subclass object. Always we can call overriding methods as superclass reference. It is called runtime polymorphism or dynamic method dispatch. It is the most valuable concept in your theory point of view. It is very, very important. In your semester point of view, explain runtime polymorphism or explain dynamic method dispatch. Both questions have same answer. Explain dynamic method dispatch or explain runtime polymorphism. Let us see the example here. Let me explain a small example here. Then your doubt will be clarified regarding runtime polymorphism. How superclass reference is assigned to the subclass object. I will explain with respect to the program here. I am writing one class A. In this class, I am defining one method, void display. Void display. Display is method name. It returns the void type data type. What is the body of this display method? Here I am writing system.out.println statement. System.out.println. System.out.println. Inside a method. Inside a method. Inside a method. Or simply you can write inside a. Or simply you can write inside a. No problem here. Simply you can write inside a. So here I am closing method body. Simply I am closing method body and a class body. Next one, here I am taking one more class. Here class B extends A. Class B extends A. Class B extends A. Here B is the subclass. B is the subclass. B is the subclass. A is the superclass. B is the subclass. A is the superclass. Generally, you know that every subclass has some own data members and member functions. But it is a subclass. It accessing all the data members and member functions from parent class. Here B is the subclass. Again, in the B class also, I am writing display method. Display method is available both superclass and subclasses. If both the method name has the same in superclass and subclasses, that method can be overriding. In this subclass method, in this subclass display method, I am writing system.out.println statement. System.out.println statement inside B. Inside B. Here I am closing method body and class body. I am closing method body and class body. Next one. Next one. Here I am taking one more class. Class C extends A. Class C extends A. Here C is the subclass, A is the superclass. In this class also, again I am defining display method. Again I am defining display method. What is the body of this display method? Here I am writing system dot out dot println. System dot out dot println inside C. Inside C. Here I am closing method body and class body. I am closing method body and class body. Next one. Next, here I am taking one more class. Here I am taking one more class. Class runtime. Class runtime. Class runtime. In this class, I am defining main method, public static void main string aux array. Already you know that main method have three keywords, public static void string aux array. After main we can open the curly brace. Here I am creating object of these three classes, A class, B class and the C class. Here I am creating object of A class, A1 equal to new A. Next, in the similar way I am creating object of B class, B1 equal to new B. Here B is the class name, B1 is the reference variable, new is the keyword. Here B is the constructor. Already you know that constructor name same as the class name. In the similar way, I am creating object of C class. C1 equal to new C. In this also C is the class name. Here C1 is the reference variable of subclass. Here new is the keyword. In this C is the constructor name. Constructor name same as the class name. Here. Observe here. So in this one I am creating object of these three classes. Here A class, B class, C class. It is which type of inheritance? Hierarchical inheritance. Derivation of several classes from only one superclass. Here A is the superclass. And B and C is derived from A class. Here B and C is derived from A class. Derivation of several classes from single superclass is called hierarchical inheritance. Here B and C are subclasses, A is the superclass. Class A, B, class B extends A, class C extends A. Already we have written these three classes in our program. Next one. Here I am creating a reference of A class. AP. Every statement terminated by semicolon. Here A is which class? A is superclass. In this one A is superclass. P. I am creating reference of superclass. Here our superclass is A. I am creating reference of superclass. Here P is reference of superclass. Here P is reference variable. What is runtime polymorphism? It is a process in which a call to overridden method is resolved at runtime rather than compile time. In this, an overridden method is called through the reference variable of which class? Superclass. Next one, I am assigning superclass reference variable as subclass object C1. And always we can call overridden method as superclass reference. Here P dot display. Everyone concentrate on these three statements. Okay, so I am creating object of sorry, I am creating reference of superclass. Here I am creating reference of superclass. What is our superclass in our program? A is the superclass. I am creating reference of superclass. Here what is our reference? What is the reference variable of the superclass? P. Always we can create reference of any particular class. In order to create a reference, we need doc class file. I'm assigning subclass object to superclass reference variable. Here C1 is a subclass object. Here C1 is subclass object. C1 is a subclass object. I'm assigning subclass object to reference variable of superclass. Here P is reference variable of superclass. Reference variable of superclass. Reference variable of superclass. At the time of compilation, compiler will concentrate on reference type. Here our reference is superclass. With the help of these reference, here I am calling display method. Whenever compiler identifies the superclass reference type, it will go and check, it executes the superclass method body. But at the time of runtime, JVM checks if the methods are participated method overriding or not. So JVM checks in the A class, already we have written display method. In the B class we have written display method. In the C class we have written display method. If the both the superclasses and the subclasses have the same method name, subclass overrides the superclass method. So JVM identifies methods are overridden. So JVM takes its decision at runtime. So the problem is resolved at runtime. In this second statement, superclass reference is assigned to the subclass object. I'm assigning subclass object through reference variable of superclass. Reference variable is superclass. Object is subclass of C. Always we can call overridden method as superclass reference. Here superclass reference is P. So JVM reaches this statement, it will print C class display method body. So what is the body of C class display method inside C? Whenever JVM reaches this statement, it will print inside C. It will print inside C. Next one, in the similar way, we have to access B class object and the A class object in the similar way. So in this one, I am assigning superclass reference to subclass object B1 object. With the help of superclass reference, I am calling overridden method. Here our overridden method is display. So in this also at the time of runtime, so JVM checks, so P dot display method. Here subclass object B is assigned to the superclass reference variable. So JVM resolves this problem at runtime. JVM identifies here what is the object name B. So whenever after this statement we have calling P dot display method, in this statement what is the corresponding body could be executing. Here B class display method body could be executing. What is the method body of B class inside B? Whenever JVM reaches this statement, it will print inside B. Suppose in the similar way we have to access A class also. Simply A1 A1 reference, A1 object is assigned to the superclass object. With the help of superclass reference, I am calling overridden method. Here, what is our overridden method? Display. What is our overridden method? Display. Every statement terminated by a semicolon. If we forget to keep a semicolon at the time of compilation, it leads an error. So, I am closing. Here, I am closing method body and class body. So, whenever JVM reaches this statement, it will go through the A class display method body. The corresponding body could be executing. What is the method body of A class? Inside A. It is a runtime polymorphism. Runtime polymorphism or dynamic method dispatch. Runtime polymorphism is also known as dynamic method dispatch. It is a process in which a call to overridden method is resolved at runtime rather than compile time. Here the problem is resolved at runtime. So in this process we can create a reference of superclass. But at the time of compilation, compiler will always concentrate on reference type. But at the time of runtime, JVM checks if the methods are participated, if the methods are implemented method overriding or not. Whenever JVM identifies if the methods are implemented in the method overriding, JVM takes its decision at runtime. Rather than compile time, JVM executes, JVM resolves the problem at runtime. So in these method runtime polymorphism concept, so we can create a reference type of superclass. Our subclass object is assigned to the reference variable of superclass. But always we can call overriding methods as a reference variable of superclass. Here what is our method? Display method. Display method is available both superclasses and subclasses. That method is overriding. If the method name is same both superclasses and subclass overrides the superclass method. So in our program we have written display method in both superclasses and subclasses. Whenever JVM identifies if the methods are participating, here display method is available both superclasses and subclasses. Display method is overriding. Whenever at the time of runtime JVM identifies if the methods are participated in the method overriding, JVM resolves this problem at runtime rather than compile time. In this process, a superclass reference can refer to the subclass object. Always we can assigning subclass object to the superclass reference. Always we can call overridden methods as through superclass reference. It is called runtime polymorphism. Let us see the another example. Then you can get much clarity about these concepts, runtime polymorphism. Let me explain a small example here. Here I'm writing one class flower. In this class, I'm defining one method, void display. What is the body of this method? Here I am writing system.out.println. It is the output statement. Already you know that system is the predefined class. Out is the object of system class. Println is the method. What is the body of this display method? It is flower. It is a beautiful flower. Next, here I am closing method body and class body. Next, I am defining here. Here I am writing one more class Class rose extends flower. Class rose extends flower. Here flower is the superclass, rose is the subclass. Rose is the subclass. Rose is the subclass. Flower is the superclass. Flower is the superclass. Already we know that every subclass have some own data members and member functions, but it is a subclass. It accessing all the variables and methods from superclass. Here rose is the subclass, flower is the superclass. In the rose class, I am defining one method. Void display. Void display. What is the body of this method? Here I am writing system.out.println. System.out.println. Rose is a beautiful flower. Rose is a beautiful flower. Or simply you can write rose is a flower. Rose is a flower. Here I am closing method body and class body. Here I am closing method body and class body. How to know what is I have written. Here I am declared one class, flower is the class. Within the flower class, I have declared one method, display method. Next one class, rose extends flower. In the rose class also, again I am defined the same method, display method. Here both superclasses and the subclasses have the same method name. Subclass overrides the superclass method. Subclass overrides the superclass method. It is called method overriding. Method overriding allows in Java to implement runtime polymorphism. Runtime polymorphism. Here I am taking one more class. Class runtime 1. Class runtime 1. Next one I am defining main method. Already we know that main method have 3 keywords: public, static, void, main, string, aux array. Public, static, void, main, string, aux array. Next one. Here I am creating reference of superclass. In the runtime polymorphism, what is the process is going on? Here I am creating reference of superclass. In this program, what is our superclass? Flower. Here I am creating reference of superclass flower F. Flower F. Okay, so here F is the reference type of super. F is the reference type of superclass. Here F is reference variable of superclass. Here S is reference variable of superclass. F is reference variable of superclass. In this reference variable, superclass reference, I am assigning subclass object. What is our subclass? Rose. What is our subclass? Rose. Here, subclass object is assigned to the superclass reference. A superclass reference can refer to the subclass object. Subclass object can assign to the superclass reference. Okay, so at the time of compile time, compiler always concentrate on reference type. At the time of compilation, compiler always concentrate on reference type. Here our reference type is F. Here our reference type is F. With the help of these reference, I am calling overridden method. Our overridden method is display. So in this one, At the time of compilation, compiler always concentrate on reference type. Here f is our reference variable. Reference type is superclass. Reference type is superclass. Compiler will binds the superclass method. The corresponding method body could be executing. But at the time of runtime, JVM will check if the methods are participated in the method overriding or not. Method overriding or not. Okay. So in the superclass, I have defined display method. In the subclass also I have defined display method. If both the classes, both superclasses and subclasses have the same method name, subclass overrides the superclass method. In this process, superclass methods are hidden. It is known as method overriding. But at the time of runtime, JVM checks if the methods are participated in the method overriding or not. If the methods are participated in the method overriding, JVM takes its decision at runtime. Here, what is our object? Rows is our object. I am assigning subclass object to superclass reference variable. But what is our object? Rows. So a problem is resolved at runtime. So we can call overridden method as superclass reference. Then JVM will execute subclass method body. What is our subclass method body? Rows is a flavor. So whenever JVM reaches this statement, subclass method body could be executing. Here, what is the body of rows method? Rows is a flavor. It will display rows is a flavor. If you compile and run this program, we have to get these output rows is a flavor. Okay, so here always we can call overridden method as superclass reference, but subclass object is assigned to the superclass reference variable. In this process, an overridden method is resolved at runtime rather than compile time. Always superclass reference can refer to the subclass object. It is called runtime polymorphism. It is most valuable and important concept in Java programming.